Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yes, your eyes do not deceive you. You are looking at Macross, aka Robotech in America. This is the sdf-1 Super Dimensional Fortress-1, the Macross 1/5000th scale. I mean, basically, is like 1 inch is 5,000 inches, give or take, on that conversion ratio, considering the Macross is huge, and I do mean huge, as anybody can tell you. Scale transformation model, movie color edition, Macross. Some scenes from the cartoon. Now, a little bit of backstory on this Macross here is, now, Robotech was converted from the Macross series, so that is a different Macross model. This is the Macross that was used in 3 movies. Do you remember Love, Macross 2, and Macross 3? If you're watching this, owners of Macross, I am demanding you to translate Do You Remember Love officially into English. I will buy it. I like that movie. That is what this Macross is from that movie. There is a wide variety of scales of Macrosses, from so big I would have nowhere to put it in my house, which is over $1,000. When I saw how big that sucker is, though, I'm not joking, I have nowhere to put it at. And it's literally like, there's the floor, there's the end of the reflex cannon, standing up in its robot mode. Big and expensive. Okay, now to the packaging. We have here the Macross in its carrier mode. We have here Macross in its attack mode or robot mode. We have here, I can't read any of this. 10 to 1 I am wagering. That says, please don't eat anything in this box. Loud warning. Of course, you got here the more I can't read. More Macross. And then we got here Macross in Orbit of the Planet in its robot mode. More scenes from Do You Remember Love. We got here Macross in its carrier mode, movie color edition. We got here more Macross. Okay, I'm pretty sure y'all are sick of looking at the packaging at this point. Let's roll right on through it. Now, okay, that boring's out of the way. Here we have the instructions. Better believe me, I am going to be nervous transforming this one. Very nervous, considering I've been a fan of Macross. What was that? Sorry. There it is. I've been a fan of Macross pretty much forever, and never had the honor of having a Macross. This is a little transforming assistance pick. It will be used in the transformation. This is going to be very, very, very interesting. That's the reason why I wanted my... Let's look at the instructions. There we have doing this to transform it. Blah 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 blah. More of that. Okay. One other piece of information is, in every sense of the word, this was about $100 more than Utopia. Here it is, more about how you do the transformation. 10 to 1, I will be putting this in a mode and probably leaving it in the mode and then getting a slightly cheaper parts forming Macross if I can pull it off, if I can find one. So let's get to it. Foam tomb. Goodbye. Here we have, sunglasses off, the Macross. Part of the flight stand. One mode flight stand. Other mode flight stand. Guessing, yeah, this is a substitution, so that way you can actually, this is for the flying, so one is for robot, and one is for ship mode. And now we come to the main event. Now, the Robotech Macross is red, white, and blue. Movie edition Macross is a very much duller shade of gray. All right. There's one of the carrier arms. Here's the other. Here's armor 1, carrier arm. Here's armor 2, carrier arm. Okay. Well, that's interesting. The instructions, which says the demonstration for it in the robot mode, doesn't have the 1 and the 2 on. I was just kind of wondering that. I'm wondering if it actually has showing the 1 and the 2 on any of the scenes. I'm just curious. Okay, there's one. That one. There it is. I found one with the 1 on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put armored 1 and 2 on the Macross. It's just peg on, and then peg on, and then now we have a complete Macross in its all right, there we go. Almost. Just gotta lock the protoculture reflex cannons together. There we go. Now we have Macross in its complete ship mode. And all right, stand. I'm going to stand on one of the instructions. No, I don't see the stand in the instructions. Yep, definitely. That's actually pretty interesting. Okay, it's that one. All right. All right, so there we go. It's quite a tight fit. So you got the little peg in there. You basically slip the stand underneath the peg, and then there we got it. Macross on its display stand. And all right. Now, for the import price of licensed Macross memorabilia, is it for some reason Macross licensed anything is insanely expensive. That means in every sense of the word, you seem to be paying pretty much an arm and a leg for anything Macross related. It is just ridiculous. This is running for over $100 more than Utopia is right now. Now I want to make a point here in about 3 seconds why that is messed up and why I think Fans Project needs to really step up and start taking on Macross in about. Any questions? Averaging about $300 to $500, averaging about $600 to almost on average, sometimes about $1,000. A transforming SDF Macross. What's wrong with this picture here? Seriously, what is wrong with this picture here? Okay, so we've got a lot of aftermarket companies doing absurdly good quality work right now. This is my official request. Please, for the love of God, start doing SDFs. I don't care if they're not official colors, considering paint is not that expensive. Plus, then it would probably look better, considering. Plus, for the price of this little thing here, we could have actually had a both versions carriers included. Now, one other thing is transforming this thing requires including this thing, a little pick. I'm probably going to lose this. Yeah, I am in fact 100% sure I'm going to lose this little pick. Okay? All right, so let's get Utopia out of here and start focusing on the Macross. Okay, now let's take Macross out of its carrier configuration, put it into its robot configuration, and then into its attack mode, which is basically just moving the reflex cannons and the arms, so that way I can do the big energy wave of death. Now, I got this primarily for two reasons. Is one, it is a perfect scale to look with my Star Trek ships. Kudos on them for that. So stand off to the side. Now, this is also going to be rating it on the quality of instructions, which, in all honesty, I can't read at all. And I got a camera assistant here who's camera shy, so just in case I need help with the camera too. All right. So then, step one is already done, which is basically just point the blasters forward. And it says attaching the carriers, so okay, they're on. Which then, once I'm transforming it, I am going to actually go against the instructions and take the carriers off, since they're only on pegs. It'll be easy enough to put back on. Which I do have to admit, for their size, they do look pretty impressive. You got the little bridge there, you got the little flight deck, you got the two little helipad looking things, and then you got the whole like claw-like effect, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm gonna bother showing you the other one because the other one's just basically with a 1 on it instead. Okay, there's Macross carriers off. And already one note of concern here is right out of the packaging, bent blaster thingy mabob syndrome that I never actually seen any SDF use. Alright, that was easy enough to straighten out at least. But there's some brutally stiffness there going on. Alright, so then let's, one perk is it can actually do in a ship mode on account these are movable. You can actually get the whole carrier slash ship configuration blaster effect going on, which I've just now done. More power to this ship. All right. That's 100% right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah. All right. And then let's turn this one all the way around. All right, and then, all right. All right, come on. This, I'm at 9 and 9 just don't make a lick of sense. All right, so, okay, and I get it. I'm going to swing that around so I get my hands in here, and, all right. I think, yeah, I got 9 right because it matches up with that one, right, so. Okay, I'm at 10, and that joint is very worrisome. Stiff. I mean, really worrisome how stiff that is on, at 9, at 10, separating that leg out. That's very worrisome how stiff this is. Having a joint this stiff on that thin thing, not at all a good idea. Yeah, this is just, yeah, this is just all around a bad idea having it this stiff. I gotta say to the manufacturer, tolerances matter. I mean, flat out, strained it out, and then detaching it like that is what they expect you to do. Oof.
Since when was the kitchen the shower?
All right, there we go. Finally, got them both loosened out. Tolerances, really, they need to do something different with these if they ever do a ratio on this. All right. So let's put the rest of it back into the carry configuration like the instructions says it's supposed to be. All right. Tell me that ain't a shower curtain, that's a regular curtain.
Yeah, I know. Blackout curtains.
Yep. Alright. Come on. Come on, come on. Well, that's ironic. That just shows you how wicked stiff that is. And right off the peg. Alright, I want to try something. I'm gonna get this pick out here. Lift out the panel and see if that solves the problem. Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, these are some seriously tight tolerances. Look at that clearance. I am literally having to move the leg out of the way, move the arm more down. Even the instructions are indicating. All right. Use the pick here and lift that up, and then lift this one up, because I know they're going to have to be lifted up, and then push those in. All right. Then now bring up the arm. Okay, now, all right, look at this. That is what they expect me to do. And that's the reality of what I'm looking at. The pick is basically getting there and then pick this panel up. I don't know what material they made this out of. Honestly, I would have much rather gone with Hasbro plastic. Had it a little bigger and ratchet joint this shoulder. Then not have this. All right. So now let's see if I can actually get this one done next. All right, in and then down that panel. Then we'll take the pick here. Come on. That one fell into place. This one's just like, I don't wanna. Oh, goodness. Oh, great. Completely out of place. This thing here appears to be on a slider. So, yep, it's definitely on a slider. If I just start to slide up. Got it. Okay. Got that. All right. Now then. All right. Next up. All right, it suggests I bring in the stand. Since I'm following the instructions to the letter, let's do that. Well, reasonably to the letter, considering I missed rotating the main body completely. But never mind, it is easily ramified. All right. Just flopping around. All right, yeah, that is. All right, I was supposed to go here. Okay, they got kind of like a ratchet joint in here and in here, and what I have to do is over power this very, very stiff ratchet to bring the legs down. I really hope these ratchets from use loosen up a little bit. I am so glad I got the carriers off. I would be so bumping them and complaining. This is not a fun joint. All right. Okay. Okay. It would appear. Do I have everything done right? Let's look at these instructions here. Looks like it. But I am. Okay. Cancel link there. That's okay. I see it. Missed the slight tip to the feet. Again, an entirely unnecessarily stiff. Feet tiltage should be a pleasure. It should be easy because they are meant to just give your character the stance there. Then okay, so all right, turn it this way. All right, yeah, and that, and then okay. All right, and then now let's bring the reflex cannons into the Macross's attack mode configuration. All right. Angle them. All right. Then now rotate. Rotate. And rotate and rotate. All right. And the stand goes, I think, up in there. Okay. I was going to just sort of slap armor 1 and 2s on here. Just, you know, get this review out of the way. All right. All right. There we have the. That is a relatively impressively big Macross. All right. So here's the question. What do I think of it? All right. Two things. First off, price to size. It's more of a question of how much of a fan are you of Macross/Robotech. If you're willing to pay for the relative high markup on it. I mean, now, because the important question is, can I do the Macross version of its big main attack? So I haven't actually seen anybody attempt to do it with Macross 2s, where they used both the armor carrier ships and the big ship's reflex cannon. I'm going to attempt to put it into that position right now. Now, because of the price, I'm actually a bit worried. because I haven't seen anybody do that pose, which makes me concerned it can't. But let's give it a shot. Okay. Do I have everything lined up straight? Better question is, can it line everything up straight in this? All right. I think it'll work better off the stand, because then the legs will actually be forcing it more into the stance. All right. Okay. Do I have it? It looks like almost. Armor 1, armor 2. All right. Okay. There we go. Down a little more. Got it. It can actually do the pose. One slight problem though. I've actually seen, get that bit of the stand out of there. All right. One item of note. This was wicked hard to put on here. And it is not going to be coming, okay, it is coming out with some wiggling. I'll be keeping in mind with this one instead, and probably be mostly using it for the carrier, which means I'll be wanting this on it because, well, I'm about to tell you why. Because I think this is intended for the robot, for the attack configuration for Macross. One slight problem is this. Mine is, yeah, that's why. So I've looked at some of the other reviews for the WAM Macross. And now mine doesn't have the problem with the drooping armor carrier arms. I would actually decide if I want to have 2 on the left or 2 on the right because they're pegged on there. And I would actually have mine in this configuration slid down here. That looks much better. Okay. Instead, I've got the problem with the center torso ratchet not actually being able to support the side arms. And trying to get these joints actually loosened up, I've actually noticed that I was actually flexing these inner pieces here, which shows a definitely also out of the package. I had the bent whatever these antennas are. I think they're supposed to be blasters or something, I don't know, out of the packaging. It definitely a quality control issue here. I'm actually a little used to it, but at least this isn't crippling quality control problems. These are actually quality control problems. It's actually livable. My biggest gripe about it is the fact that to put this back into the carrier, you actually need this to basically count that. To loosen the arms up, you have to use this pick to get these panels out. This pick is for these. Is that smart? No. How small is this? I will show you how small this is. Take your pick in currency. Here's it in that currency. Here it is in this one. Sounds like Ren's having a little bit of barking fun. Here is it in my country's dime. Here is it in my country's penny. If this doesn't disappear in everybody's house, you are an amazingly well-organized individual. There you go. That's my problem. Other than that, this is an amazing Macross. It is amazingly good looking. It is amazingly detailed for its size. Is it perfect? No. Is any Macross perfect? No. Okay. So for what I am forced to go with, I do like it. Okay, thank you for watching. As always, feel free to like this video if you liked it and my rather benign little bit of a rant. Feel free to share if you really liked it. Feel free to comment below what you think of this Macross and its clear quality control problems, because I still like it despite its problems. It's still a worthy addition. As for, do I suggest buying it? Only if you are a ridiculous fan of Macross. Otherwise, don't. Because you are going to be ending up with a situation where you will probably have to buy one of those gasket remover picks to substitute the fact that you've lost your... the fact you've lost this. Is it an expensive tool? No, you'll end up getting in a set and there are only going to be one you're going to really need. Other than that, it's still good. So feel free to subscribe to see our other random, who knows what we'll end up doing videos. And thank you for watching. As always, peace out.